Hello everyone, so today I'm gonna talk about the history of Conker. So, first off, before starting the video, I just wanted to tell you guys that every music that you will see in this video will be credited by Rareware, especially Rareware, and sometimes Nintendo, alright? So be aware that the musics are not mine, and that also the images that we see are from wikis or sometimes even from Twitter, so please consider that the material music for this video is not mine. Thanks for appreciating and understanding. Now, let's start the video. Enjoy! Conker first appeared in IndyCar Racing in 1997. Rareware was still in Nintendo at the time, and Conker was one of the multiple playable characters. In the manual it says, quote-unquote, "Another friend made by Diddy Kong on one of his endless adventures with Donkey Kong. Conker is also an exploration nut who will jump at any chance to break free of his squirrels less than exciting than a routine. He's eager to join up with Banjo as the bear passes through." So as we saw at the time, Conker was an innocent little squirrel who was always obeying to his parents. After that, Rareware decided to do another game of Conker, Conker's Pocket Tales on Game Boy Color in 1999. So here's the plot of the story from the manual. Again! Surprise! Barry and friends as Conker stared suspiciously at the mountain of presents before him. "Happy birthday, Conker!" He thanked them heartily, jumping up and down as he eyed the stash of gifts. "Hold on," said Barry, stepping between the squirrels and his birthday hoard. "There's something you have to do first." She whistled, and he gave a trolley bearing the biggest birthday cake Conker had ever seen. "Wow, Barry, this is great!" he exclaimed. But Barry was frowning. "Hang on," she said suspiciously. "This is not the one I made." Suddenly, the fake cake burst open with a crash. A bulky figure sprang up from the wreckage, cackling as it landed amidst the presents and started gathering them up for itself. "Hey!" Barry squealed angrily at the intruder. "What do you think you're... Yikes!" Quick as a flash, the uninvited guest turned on Barry and grabbed her under one arm, even as it turned to flee with his haul of goodies. "Conker!" came Barry's suddenly panicked voice. But by the time Conker had pushed through the town crowd and made it to the door, the evil unicorn and his captive were nowhere to be seen. So again, Conker is a good guy in the story who always obeys to his parents.
Hey, Maestro! Don't you think that's a little bit too dramatic? Can you give me something with a bit more of a beat? Yeah, that's better.
Conker's Bad Fur Day came out in 2001 and was at the end of the N64. A M-rated game, very popular. Why was it a mature game? Let me tell you why. These parents never let your child of maybe 7 years old and at least 10 years old play it, alright? Here's the reasons why. It's another game, so as you can see, contains sex and nudity, violence and gore, profanity, alcohol, drugs and smoking, threatening and intense scenes. I'm not sure you want your child to play this at 7 years old. The kids seeing this be like, "Mom! Still not convinced yet? Well, here's a part from the game. Here's some little parts from the game, and you will understand what I mean."
Sorry, that's not a squirrel. He's an elephant. An elephant. You stupid twat.
That's incredible.
I mean, what if you were to give this game to, say, 20 intelligent people? I mean, what would that do? Let's face it, what would it do? Well, that's interesting. What the f*** is that bloody squirrel? Quick, into character!
Hit the sea and I said stop.
Still not convinced yet? Well, there's a freaking poo saying in the game. I'm not kidding. Just listen to this.
Me, 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 me. I am the great mighty Pooh. Now I'm really getting rather mad. You're like a niggly, tickly, shitty little tag nut. When I've knocked you out with all my bab, I'm going to take your head and ram it up my butt.
Your butt.
My butt.
Your butt.
That's right, my butt.
Ugh.
My butt. My butt!
Still not convinced yet? Well, I don't know what to do at this point. Just let your child cry and freaking swear all the time. It's not my problem. So this game was the last game they made with Nintendo. After that they came to Microsoft. And now literal shit happened. I'm not kidding. Literal shit happened. After that they decided to do Conker's Bad Fur Day Live and Reloaded in 2005 on the first Xbox. It's the same game as Conker's Bad Fur Day, but remade and remaked, so that the graphics would be more better. And the thing is, some people say that they decided to censor the game even more than the first one, but I'm not sure about that yet. So I'm gonna let this as a question. You guys can answer it in the comments if you guys ever interviewed Chris Seaver about it. It's just that also the multiplayer one could be online instead of only local multiplayer. And I think that's it. I will say that this is it for the game. Yeah. Also, the sunflower has no bigger brains than the original game. 8-berry as well. Alright, let's continue to the next game, shall we? After that, Project Spark came around and decided to do Conker's Big Reunion on April 2015. This game was supposed to be some little DLCs. The little DLCs would make one entire story. But the thing is, they decided to abandon the project. So, Conker's Reunion had some animation that was not complete and the game was very short. But you can still play it on the Xbox One and on PC if you want to, but the game is not complete yet. There's only one little part and this is very short to play, maybe 30 minutes to play, and that's it. It's also because that the servers decided to shut down in 2016, so that's one of the reasons why they couldn't continue the project. But this game is still a good game though, even if it's not complete. There's still some jokes and some stuff like that. So yeah, that's it. And now, the last Conker game of them all. I'm sorry not identify enough sometimes, but let me tell you my opinion. This game is trash. I can tell you, this game is pure trash. So the last game of Conker Rare made was supposed to be on the HoloLens, something like a virtual thing but for Xbox. It didn't work it out and they decided to do Young Conker on the HoloLens. Look at this boy, he's so damn ugly. You don't want to see this guy in your house, jumping on your freaking couch and everything. Like, what the frick is that? Why? It could have worked. It could have worked. Even though it was very expensive. The HoloLens was very expensive, but it could have worked if they were changing Conker entirely. Like, dude, you see his skinny arms and his fucking big, ugly head. I am no words. It's the worst game they ever made, in my opinion. I hate this all the time. I see this. I'm just there. No, this is a big no. I don't want to see this anymore. I'm always trying to forget this game because it's the worst game of them all, in my opinion. There's also the fact that a lot of fans consider this game as a joke for Conker. And this is kind of true because this is so ugly. I don't even know why they decided to do this to him. Like, I'm sure Microsoft could do better for him. And the worst is that Receiver was even part of all of that, which is very sad, considering Receiver was his dad in some way. It's pretty sad. Sadly, after that, Conker had no sequel, not even another game, except Rare Replay on June 2015 on Xbox One. So, this game is for the 30 years history of Rareware, and there was 30 games in there, including Conker's Bad Fur Day. So it was not Live and Reloaded, it was the normal game on N64. It was the same thing, the same history, nothing changed. So for now it is the end of Conker, until hopefully one day we get another game better than Young Conker. Some people also say that Super Lucky Star is part of Conker, but I don't know where they got it from. It's not even from Rareware, or if it is, then alright, but it's not part of the Conker series at all, so I will not take this as another part of the evolution. Also, in the making of this video, I just found this very funny picture. I don't know where it come from, but I find it just that funny.